last segment today, we're just going to go over some players that we might see called up from the Bakersfield Condors with the Oilers' current injury issues. So I've mentioned this a few times. I think we're going to see Brad Malone called up, especially with Nugent's injury. Malone was Jay Woodcroft's captain in Bakersfield. He gives the Oilers center depth, so just kind of makes sense. I think we're going to see Dylan Holloway still, obviously, at some point. The early talk was we wouldn't see Holloway until April, so he probably wouldn't be an immediate call-up for the Oilers. I don't know, some guys you're thinking of, Mike?
Yeah, I think that both those suggestions are ones that I would also look at. You know, you already have the guys like Niemelainen and Broberg up here as far as defense. It just makes sense. I'd like to see, like you said, Holland brought in Malone and signed him to this two-way deal. He was the captain down in Bakersfield for Woodcroft. He seems to be able to bring out the potential in a lot of guys. Like, look at Derek Ryan, the resurgence of Derek Ryan. 4 goals in 2 games, a hat trick against probably one of the best goaltenders in the league. And they weren't just garbage. That first little...
No, they were all nice goals.
Right?
Top shelf, 5-hole. Even his goal today was beautiful.
Well, and that's what I was alluding to. Do you take Derek Ryan, 35-year-old, out for a little bit of a run? Do you, throw him up on a line with, Draisaitl and Vander Kane or Hyman and Connor McDavid there? Do you give him a chance? I really like seeing Fogle up in the top 6 a little bit today, too. I like the dynamic he brings. But, man, if Brad Malone could come in and fill the shoes of, say, you can't fill the shoes of Nugent Hopkins because, the guy plays a 200-foot game. He plays in, every aspect of the team game. But could he come in and could he maybe helm that Derek Ryan, Warren Fogle line and have some success? Does Dylan Holloway come in? Does he have the legs in this 11-7 system that Woodcroft seems to really like right now? And it seems to be working. Okay. Granted, we went, 1 of 3 against the Juggernauts, but we're in every game,
6-3 overall, though.
So, right? Yeah. So you have to give him kudos there, but the fact of, look at Ryan McLeod. McLeod is playing probably some of the best hockey and not making as many, poor choices. He got beat a couple times these last 3 games as far as, retrieving to pucks and stuff, but man, he's been tenacious. He's got a little bit more size. It's like, the goals are going to come with him. I think it's just a matter of time, and you'll see him, potting. Could he be a 15 or 20 goal scorer in the NHL? I think he can. Plus, I think he's got a lot of upside, and I think Woodcroft and Manson really brings out the best in some of these young players, which unfortunately Tip just couldn't do before. But I would like to see the same thing as what you're saying. Malone and Holloway, let's see what they got. Bring up Skinner. I'd love to see what they can do. You're going to have options coming up in probably another 2 or 3 weeks of getting some of these veteran people that are on the shelf back and get them back into play. So we'll see.
Yeah, Malone would be a reliable veteran.